What do you think about your current employment and your current binge drinking?
My current employment, I'm very happy with my job and what I do. I'm a salesperson, so I work with people every day, and I get a pretty good amount of fulfillment out of that. I feel like, but it's mostly like outside of work. I feel like maybe that I don't have as much fulfillment. Because when I'm at work, like I don't drink when I'm at work. I don't feel the need to. It's when I'm outside of work. Um, I never really feel the need to like numb or anything like that whenever I'm at work. So it's easy for me to turn that switch off and then just like focus on work and that stuff going on. It's once I get outside of work and once I'm home, then it's a different story.
Okay. Has your job ever been affected by your binge drinking before? Have you ever had to like call in or not shown up to work, or has it caused any rifts in the relationships you have at work?
Not really. I've maybe called in like once or twice over like being really, really hungover after like multiple days on end of drinking. But most of the time I'll just suck it up unless I'm just like so sick that I can't function or move. Like those instances, there's been like maybe one or two. But most of the time I'll just suck it up and deal with it.
Okay. Have you ever had any legal problems due to your drinking?
No,
You've never lost your license, been on probation?
shockingly, no.
Okay, so no DUIs. You're definitely lucky in that aspect. I'm glad that you're seeking treatment now.
I've never like had many instances where I've drank and drive. Whenever I've like drank a little bit, but usually I'm pretty good at like finding a ride or getting like an Uber or something. I'm usually pretty responsible in that sense, just because I don't want to like risk putting someone else in danger as well. But that's like really all that I think about in that instance. I don't really think about my danger. I just think about like other people, if that makes sense.
It's very interesting that you're so aware of others when most of the time alcoholism is perceived as a very selfish disease and how people don't think of others. So I really enjoy hearing that you do think of the safety of others and you are being responsible and you are still making good decisions. So I think that you're going to have successful treatment as long as you keep doing the things that you're doing and being responsible and making the right decisions. I also would like to know a little bit more about the sister who is not affected by drug addiction or alcoholism. Do you guys have a good relationship?
Yeah, we're pretty close. I see her and talk to her usually pretty frequently. I might see her like maybe 2 or 3 times a month, but we usually talk on a weekly basis. Maybe like once or twice a week usually. But she's not, as far as I know of, unless she's kept it concealed, she's not had any problems. She just primarily works on like her school stuff, and that's about it. I mean, she's actually, come to think of it, she did have a little period where she was drinking, but like she reeled herself in, but it wasn't like nothing like what I do, if that makes sense. It was a little bit different for her.
So I hear that you have primarily good relationships at work. You have great relationships with your family. Do you have any friends that you hang out with on a regular basis, that you talk to on a regular basis?
Kind of. I usually like I have a very small group of people that I'll like keep in touch with on a pretty regular basis. I'll see them usually like once a week, every other week or so. I usually try to do at least one thing a week with a friend. But I'm not like really consistent or good at keeping up with that. But like at least 2 or 3 times a month, I'm like getting out and like with around someone that's not family, so like a friend or something.
Okay, awesome. So you have a life with meaningful connection. Does anybody know about your binge drinking? Or do you think that they might have an idea?
I feel like there are people like closest to me, like my sister. I feel like they have a good idea of it, but for the most part, I don't think anyone's really aware of it.
Okay. So earlier I mentioned that I do family sessions, and since hearing that you have these great connections with your sisters and the few friends that you have, would you like to have them involved in therapy at all, or is that something that maybe we could look at later?
Maybe look at later. I feel like that's something that I'd want to do down the road.
Absolutely. Have you ever talked to your sister who is sober about sobriety and just how she achieved it or what she did? Do you ever strike up conversation about it with her?
Not really often. Occasionally we will, but it's not super often.
Okay. Well, I think that we have made some amazing progress today. I've gotten to know you very well, and I'm excited to help you on this journey. You already seem very successful, very knowing of what you want in life, and I think that will make treatment so much easier for you, having knowing a path that you already want to go down. Are there any questions about anything that you have in regards to IOP, outpatient, any meetings or anything you would just like more information on?
Like generally what is like an IOP? Like what if you had to just give me like a pretty brief summary on what it is, just because I don't have a lot of experience with that stuff. I don't really know what it is.
So intensive outpatient is something that is normally followed by residential treatment. But if you choose not to go to residential treatment, that's okay.
And what's residential treatment?
It's inpatient treatment. So you would check yourself in for 30 days or however long you choose to go. And then you would transition into IOP. So IOP is either throughout the day, at night, or in the morning. It works around your work schedule. It's going to be you anywhere between 2 to 30 people. You'll probably do groups. You'll have a therapist there as well. You'll also probably see a doctor there that could help you with any kind of mental health medication that you would like to assist you in treatment. And you would do groups probably every day in the beginning, whatever time works around your work schedule, or 3 to 5 times a week. And you do that for about 60 to 90 days, and they would drug test you and test you for alcohol as well. And if they're seeing your levels drop and you're not returning to use and you're taking your medication, you're engaged in group, they do things like CBT, DBT, same things that I do, just a little bit more intense, and having the community around as well helps. So you get to also see how your peers are engaging in their recovery, and you also build a support group of people who are going through the same things as you. But you would do that, and at about 60 to 90 days, they would drop you down to outpatient, so then you would probably only go to groups and individual therapy once to twice a week, maybe twice every like 2 weeks, really depending on what level of treatment that you still need. And then from outpatient, you would graduate, and then just, of course, resuming your own therapy, seeing your own doctors, and then staying involved with your support group or whatever avenue you choose to remain abstinent.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, awesome. Well, if you don't have any further questions for me, it's been great getting to know you, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.
I look forward to seeing you again next week too. Thank you.
Thank you.